All right, come on in live. I didn't want to surprise y'all with my haircut, so I had to take a picture so y'all won't be talking about my haircut. Um, we got a show going on today. Make sure you share this video. This is a serious video. There are some alleged accusations, and we want to address them today. And I want to tell you a little bit about me. I am a product of the church. I don't want nobody to say that I'm attacking the church. No, but I'm attacking things that need to be attacked. So that's what it is. Hey, Sister Train, I see you. I want to say we're going to walk through this interview real slow. It's going to be some things that's said that's not comfortable. But I asked the young lady that I'm interviewing not to mention the person, name who we're talking about. But she will give some details of where this church is. And you can put two and two together. 2 and 2 is 4, or 1 and 1, any way you want to do it. But I request that she don't say a name, So, hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm trying to be on time. You know what it is. I got the bald head, so I took a picture up there so you guys won't be talking about my head while I'm on live. So we want to get focused on what we've done. These are real serious allegations that we want to talk about. There are a lot of hurt among the church world and those of us that are attending church, used to go to church. We've left church because we're bitter somehow. Some of us didn't want to live right. Some of us didn't want to follow the rules and things like that. Hey, everybody. So we want to talk about that. And also, we're going to touch in some areas where it's not going to be comfortable. So I want to say, so just be very attentive. Please be respectful with the comments. Please, please, please. It's kind of not hard to have an interview and don't look at the comments. So I'm going to be looking at the comments. But I got a list of things that I want to talk about, and so we can get the truth out. And all I want is the truth. That's all I want. Nothing else but the truth. That's all I want, but the truth. What up, Trail? Yeah, I cut it on off. I might let it grow back, but I'm tired, man. I'm freezing. I hope I'm not freezing. Oh, it's freezing outside? Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah. She's going to tell frozen. Shantae, I don't think I'm frozen. If I'm frozen, people type in freeze. Froze. I see my partner, Vera, missing. Please come home. That's my partner. I want to know if my partner want to come in and say something before we get going live. This is my partner, Vera Giles Norris. I want to know if she want to say something before we come on or after we leave off. It's her. It's her decision if she want to. And we're gonna have church. And those that prayer warriors out there, please pray for the lady I'm finna bring up. I don't want to say her name. Pray for me as I walk through this interview. It's going to be real touchy. It's going to be very uncomfortable for some of the questions that I'm asking. So I'm just saying, people, hey, I'm not getting paid for this. She's not getting paid for this. We just want justice. That's all we want. We want the truth. That's what we want. Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me? That's what I want to know. Can you hear me? Everything, is it all clear? So we don't want no problem. I told her that I was going to talk to, my first guest is going to be, I call her a young lady because I'm older than her, but she's grown. And she's going to come on here. Vera, you want to come on? Don't be looking at my bald head now, y'all. I sent y'all a picture before I came on so I wouldn't surprise y'all. Wow. So people, I appreciate every last one of y'all. This is the truth. Most of us that was raised in church or attended church as a teenager, as a young adult brought up in church, we realized that the church had problems, and a lot of things were swept under the rug. And so this is not to make the church look bad, but this is to expose the corruption that goes on in these particular, I'm going to call them synagogues, whatever. That's what I'm going to call them. Vera said she's going to wait to the end. Andre said, Pastor Brown on the line. All right. So, people, I appreciate every last one of y'all come in. This is going to be a dynamite interview. I'm just warming y'all up until she comes on. When you come on, young lady, just let me know. Say I'm here when you're ready. And people, trust me. Please don't be too quick to judge. Hear her out first. Listen. Make your comments. We will not, the person that's being accused, we will not mention their name. But we will give you a street name where this particular church is at. And you can do your homework from there. Don't ask me no questions because I'm not going to tell you. You have to do your own street work. Okay, she's here. She's ready. On, and I'm going to introduce her to you guys, and we're going to talk a little bit about her background. Hey, beautiful. How you doing?
Hey, Martin. How are you?
Great, great, great. You like my bald head? I took a picture.
Yeah, you look different from your profile pictures, but that's okay.
All right, okay. I got tired of the little, my little thug.
That's okay. I got like a little braid here. Okay. My hair is a mess too, so that's okay.
Before we go into this interview, I want to say I appreciate you for getting in contact with me and asking me to allow you to come on my platform. We want to get that established. Okay. Now, we both have agreed that we was not going to say the accuser, the victim, accuser, we're not going to say his name. So we agree with that.
Yes.
Now, but we are going to give some clues. So
yes.
So you guys have to put one and one together, and if you know it is what it is. My first question is, tell us a little bit about yourself. How many kids you got, and I just want people to know who you are.
Okay. My name is April. I'm actually a nurse. I have 6 kids. I am a married woman as well. Just life, so I'm pretty much a loner, after this whole situation had happened to me. I don't really,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have another question. And this is no rush. We're going to take our time. We're going to walk through this. Okay. Are you presently a member of a church right now, or
No, Martin, I'm not. That after what happened to me, that's my biggest fear, to even join a church. When my baby's a little bit younger, no. I probably attend church a couple times, but I look at every pastor, and I hate to say this, like, are you going to attack me the same way have this other person attack me? So no, I do not attend church, but I do study God and I do study the Bible.
Okay, good. That's what I want to know. That's what that was my next question. Do you believe in God? You already answered that. Okay, now, what is it, before we go into detail what happened to you, what is it that you want to happen after you let this out? As me and my partner Vera say, let the cat out the bag. What are some solutions that you want to happen after this interview? What do you want to see happen?
It took me a long time to come forward because nobody never heard me. When I went to people, instance with my mom, she never believed me, but family members actually believed me, and I just feel like it took a long time to come forward because I've been scared for a long time. But I actually have to talk to my husband about the situation, and he told me, you need to talk about this. If you don't talk about it, it's going to be on your mind forever. And it's been on my mind for a long time. So I feel like after this situation, other victims out there, come forward. Don't hide it like how I hid it for so long. Talk about it. It's okay to talk about it. You don't be ashamed of it. And I think part of me felt ashamed. I felt like people was going to judge the whole situation. And I didn't know what else to do with the whole situation. So I just feel like I need to talk about it. I need to get it off my chest so I can move forward with my life. This person actually took my whole childhood away from me. you know. So I just want people to come forward. You know, if something happened to you inside a church, or a pastor raped you, been molesting you for years, come forward. You know, I mean, I want my voice to be heard on this whole situation, and I'm coming forward and I'm ready to speak now on it.
All right, let's get it on. Okay, the first question is, tell us, first question, tell us, how old were you? Where this happened at, when these alleged accusations things happen to you? Just tell us. How old were you?
I was 11 years old. I lived on the west side of Chicago. We lived on Warren Street at that time. Me, my mom, my brother, my baby sister. And my mom actually the one that ended up joining the church. So my brother got baptized at the church. And I was 11 and went on for years, from 11 all the way up to, I think I turned like 14 years old. It went on for a long time, a long time. Um, he used to do it inside the church to me for a long time.
Hold on, let me ask you a question before you start that. Tell us the very first encounter. That's what I want to know first. Then you can go on. The very first encounter.
The first made approach to me inside the church when my he kind of made approach, and I was pretty young at that time, and he told me, you know, you have a cute shape, and you know, this and that. And I'm like, okay, you know, I'm kind of scared. Keep in mind, I'm only 11. I don't know no better. So I got what my mom told me to get from him, and I left out the church. That was the very first time he ever approached me. um the second time it was approached when my mom got sick and went to the hospital, and it happened at his home. That was the second time he approached me, and I got scared. And I called my auntie, and this pastor lived in the suburbs of Illinois. I called my aunt and I said, "Can we come over, please?" I didn't tell her why or anything, but when I got to her home, I told her the reason why and why we wanted to come over. But the first time he approached me, I was 11 years old, and it went on for a long time, a long time.
Wow. Did he talk about sex to you? Did he, like, try to ease some words in?
Yes, he actually, when he approached me the first time, it was sexual. And I was, like I told you, I was scared, so I heard and got about the church. The second time it happened at his home. His wife left to go do some errands, and his kids was at school, I guess. He put a rated R movie inside the VCR. At that time it was VCR out, and he said, "Have you ever did any of these, you know, little sexual things?" I was like, "No," you know. And he's like, "Would you like to try it?" And I said, "No, you know, I'm young. I never had sex." And so he said, "It won't hurt. I can show you how to do it." And I said, "No." And that's when I told you I called my aunt and I wanted to go back to the city of Chicago to get dropped off.
Hmm. Okay. Now, question. I know my audience there. I know that I could tell they were. Where was your mother? What role did she play in this as your mother?
I I told my mom about the situation the same day when we was at his home. When I wanted to leave from there, I called my aunt up in the city of Chicago and I said, "Can we come?" And like I said, she said, "Yeah." We came over there. I told her what happened. I was like, she said, "What's wrong?" And I just started crying. I said, "He made a pass at me, trying to have sex with me." I said, "He put a movie in, a sexual movie. He wanted me to watch the movie and asked me, can he perform all these things on me?" My aunt picked up the phone and she called my mom. She told my mom what was going on. My mom told my aunt that I was a liar and don't believe me. So when my mom got the hospital, my mom, you know, she told me, she said, "Why would you say that about the pastor?" I was like, "Well, mom, it's true. He did do it." She was like, "Don't you ever tell nobody nothing like that anymore." So I'm young. I listen to what my mom says, you know. And she said, "If I tell people this, it's gonna cause problems and end up getting me to a system." And she's, you know, she would never see us again. So I believed in her. I went by what she said. I didn't want nobody come and take us away. So I never talked about it. I feel like, go ahead, Martin. You have a question for me?
Yes, and it's getting a little personal.
Okay.
Did your mother do drugs and alcohol? And I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be, crazy? Was she
No,
just
it's okay.
okay?
It's okay. My mom, she pretty much she never was a heroin addict or anything like that, but coke was involved at that time. I was one of the I feel like I was sold to this man to support her situation. Like when it was time for us to go back to school, I said, Mom, are we gonna go school shopping? She was like, I don't really have much money. You better go over and talk to the pastor. And I'm like, pastor for what? You know what I'm saying? So basically she knew about the whole situation. She condoned to it, you know. It's hard. I mean, it's not hard for me to say it because now I can speak about it. My mom, I feel like she played a big role about the whole situation. She knew what was going on. It went so far, Martin, that I ended up getting pregnant by this guy.
By what
I
guy?
have by the pastor.
Wow.
Yep, I got yep. That's how far it went. He actually gave my mom the money for the abortion, and I've been doing my research on the doctors and stuff that actually end up doing the abortion, but they're no longer at the clinic anymore. But I pulled up the names and Googled the names, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it from there. But my mom knew.
Question. Now we had talked in an earlier conversation, and you said it was twins.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I didn't want you to leave that out because I know you did tell me it was twins. Okay. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Okay. I just wanted to bring that out. You can go continue talk about it. Let's talk about this as well. Is this person, to your knowledge, is still pastoring?
Yes, he is. He's still preaching as of today. Yes,
Also,
he is.
I know
Yes.
this is another question you're never supposed to ask a woman. How old are you, sister? If you want to tell me.
I'm 43. I'm 43 years
You're
old, Martin.
43 years old. Okay. 43
Yes,
years old. Okay. Because you don't never supposed to ask a woman how much she weigh,
that's
how old
okay.
are you. So okay, I'm breaking the rule, women. Y'all forgive me. Okay.
That's okay.
Now, has this pastor still been in contact with you since
No, Martin, he has not. Trust me, if I would have reached out to him and talked with him, he would have tried to say, "Hey, I miss you. I would love to see you. It's been years since I've seen you." But no, I have not reached him, and he has not reached me. He don't even know where I reside at.
wow. So do you think his wife played a role in this as well as hiding this and
Yes,
okay. What role you think she played? Let me hear.
I think she knew about it because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only victim. I'm pretty sure there was other victims as well, probably along with his daughters, with his children. She basically he was more the provider, so she did not work. So she probably was scared to say anything, but she knew. I mean, she had to know. This man gave me STD, so she had to know. I mean, how can you
STD.
hide that? Yes, he sure did. He
You
had to
said
get
plural?
medication.
One or two or three?
It was about 3 STDs.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, 3 STDs. Then he have to get treatment for it, just as well as I have to get treatment for it as well.
Hmm. Wow. Wow. Can I ask you another question? When I talked to you earlier, can you tell me what age you was at when you had the abortion?
I was 12 years old, Martin.
Wow. With twins?
Yeah, he had
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Take me to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And at that time, we moved from Chicago to Racine, and I ended up getting pregnant twice, but it wasn't by him.
Okay.
What I'm saying. I got pregnant by him first. But
Okay.
anyways, when we left from Chicago, we moved to Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Then we ended up moving to Racine, Wisconsin. Racine at that time didn't do abortion, so you had to go to Milwaukee. So we went to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on the street. It was Farewell or something like that, and that's the clinic. I didn't have an ID, but my mom had an ID, and he paid for it. He gave my mom the money for it, and they said I had to hurry up and do this because I was getting too far along. And the doctor came in and he questioned me, and he asked me personally, are you doing this on your behalf or is someone forcing you to do this abortion? Because if someone's forcing you, I'm not going to do it. And I was scared of my mom. I was scared. My mom was like, there's no kids coming up in here. She said this twice. And so I said, no, I want to do it because I'm still in school. So he believed me and he did it. exactly what she wanted, and the pastor wanted, because the pastor was married. Once again, he had a whole family.
Mhm. Wow. Okay. Now, if you had to talk to another young lady that experienced exactly what you experienced, what would you tell her? If any young ladies that's listening right now that's going through something or have been through the same thing you've been, what would you tell them?
Don't be quiet on it like how I've been for so long. Don't be scared. There's people out here now that will help you. Come forward. Don't hide it. Come forward, because this is painful for me. This is something that I sleep with for the rest of my life. It's been painful for me for the rest of my life. Even though I might smile on the outside, but in the inside, I'm hurt. I'm still hurt over the whole situation. So don't hide it. Come forward. Get it out there. Your voice needs to be heard. Something needs to happen to these people, these pastors that's raping these girls inside the churches and things like that. Come forward. The pastor was having sex with me inside the church. He even had deacons that was aware of what he was doing. They knew what was going on, and it's just like everybody played a role in the whole situation.
And also, I remember in our private conversation, you was telling me that he came to where you guys relocated
He
out of
came
town.
to he used to come to Racine, Wisconsin, and I have a couple of friends. I'm not gonna say no names. On my Facebook, we're still friends to this day. They even met him. He told them that he was my uncle, and he used to come and take us out for hamburgers and things like that. He used to bribe me with money and gifts. Like I said, I'm young at that time.
Right.
And he used to try to have me talk my friends into the, sexual things with him. But I would never talk to them, approach them on anything like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do nothing like that, because you shouldn't be doing it to me. He came several times. A couple times he brought some of his deacon friends out there as well to
Wow.
ride with him. And he used to try to leave at a certain time, because he come and visit my mom at a certain time so he can get back to the wife and the kids, because the kids going to be getting out of school and things like that. But they all knew what was going on. I never told none of my friends what was going on. I had family members that knew. They was aware, because one time he came over to a family member house and he asked for me, and my aunt came out. She was like, no, she's not going with you, and she's not going in your van with you, because he asked my aunt, can I sit in the van? My auntie said no. His van was one of them that he has sex with, and like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only victim. There's other people as well too.
Okay. Another question. So he was trying to get you to lure your other friends so he can make them be a
Mm-hmm.
victim as well. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, he wanted
I
your
think
whole
his
posse.
deacons Yeah, I think his deacons played a role in it too, because you bring in your other friends as well too.
Right.
There was times that he got a hotel room in Wisconsin. There was a time he got a hotel in Chicago, Illinois as well. So, I mean, like I said, his wife, she had to know what was going on.
Right.
That's like me personally. If I'm married and my husband catch something, I'm gonna find a medication bottle. I'm gonna find something around. I mean, if you're not giving me no sex in 7-10 days, something ain't right. I'm just saying it, for a man, situation or whatever, especially if you out. He used to be at his church at 1 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock at night. People used to ask me over in the area, like, why did you go over to that guy's church at late at night? And I'm like, wow, people's really, really be watching and things like that. I used to always say I'm coming over to help him clean, but I never said my mom would send me over there.
Wow. Okay, now the great question. Where did this take place at? What city?
What did you say,
I
Martin?
said the great question is, where did this take place at? Where did this alleged rape and happen at? Did it happen in Racine or in Chicago or where?
The first incident happened in Chicago, Illinois, on the west side at his church,
Wow.
upstairs in his office.
Okay. Do you want to give us a
Hmm.
street name or you don't want to give us a street name? It's on you.
Um, it's Warren.
Okay, that's
Warren.
all we're gonna say. Okay. We're not
Hmm.
saying no names. Okay. Now
No, we're not
y'all
gonna say no names.
y'all gotta put it together. Okay. Hmm. So I was gonna ask you his age, but I don't want to know. I ain't gonna because that's just too much. It's just,
No, you
listen.
can ask me wherever you want to ask me. Go ahead, Martin. You can ask me.
Oh, I can ask you. Okay.
Hmm.
Do this particular pastor have children?
Yes, he does.
Okay, okay. They basically probably right around the same age as you are.
Oh, yes, his son is, of course.
Oh, okay. That's enough clues, people.
Hmm.
Now, y'all, if y'all can't figure out who it is, hey, you know, don't inbox me and ask me, and don't inbox and ask her, cause hey, as Vera and my partner say, we let the cat out the bag. And let me ask you a question, another question too. If you could look him, and I know he's going to watch this tape, and I want you to speak directly to him and give him a piece of your mind in good language first, no, explicit language, but I know he's going to watch this tape, and I know who you are, Mr. Pastor, and she's going to give you a piece of her mind. Go ahead.
If he's watching, I want you to know you took my whole childhood life away from me. You destroyed me. You caused a lot of issues. You caused me not to want to attend the church or anything. My biggest fear is to attend a church. I know I'm not your only victim. You did it to several other victims as well. So there's other victims out there. I'm not the only one. But I just want you to know I don't wish no bad on you, but your day is gonna come. Your day is coming. Your day is coming. You destroyed everything I had. I never got to live a childhood life. When I was younger, my mind must have focused more as an adult. You took all that away from me. And I want you to know your day is coming. That's all I can say.
Mm, 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 mm. Is your mother still living?
No, my mom, it was found dead in 2014. And
Okay.
me and my mom, we didn't see eye to eye a whole lot, but we used to get into it behind the whole situation. Um, and my sister used to come to me and say, what happened to you? You need to let it go and forgive mom. And I was like, yeah, I can let it go, but I would never forgive. Never. And I feel like my mom took a lot of pressure out on me because she was angry. But my thing is, why do I have to be I'm at a young age and I feel like I was sold to support your situation. And when I came in you to talk about it, you said what you said, and I just kept my mouth closed for so long. If one of my babies come to me and tell me anything about what someone did, I'm on top of it. I'm on top of it. There's no way I'm going to keep my mouth closed if one of my daughters come and tell me what someone did to them.
Wow. Wow. Another question. So, have you ever taken your children to church before?
Twice. That was it.
Twice.
Twice. Yeah, they used to just pretty much go with their daycare center, or they went with friends and things like that. Twice. I don't step into a church at all because of this situation, so that's why I'm gonna get some counseling and help and talk about it. I need it. I need a relief. I really do.
Right. That was
I
my
would
next
love to
question.
attend church. I,
Right.
I would love to attend church, but I just can't. I can't.
Okay, I want to ask another personal question too. And I always give you a pass if you need to pass. How is this affecting your marriage right now? How is it affecting your marriage?
I have a lot of anger built up in me. A lot of anger.
Hmm.
Um, I'm married, and sometimes I don't want to be bothered. And my husband didn't even know what was going on. I told him a couple of days ago what was going on. So it's like sometimes he wants sex. I don't want sex. It's times that I go 2 months without. I just it just he said that I need to talk to someone about it and get off my chest, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do. But we talked about, but like I say, it affects because sometimes I don't want to be bothered with a man at all.
Hmm.
Because I feel like I don't trust no man's around my kids. I feel like, and I shouldn't be judgmental, but I just feel like it happened to me. I don't want it to happen to my babies. I want to keep them safe.
Okay.
You
Do you
know.
have any? Do you have any grown children right now?
Oh yes, I do. Yeah, my
Oh,
babies are grown.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever sat down and talked to them about this happening to you?
They knew about it because me and my mom used to argue a
Okay.
lot in front of them, and we used to fight about it all the time. But she never wanted to get back to some of her family members. She never wanted me to tell her family members, but we used to argue. So my kids is aware of the situation. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Was your mother a religious person? I know you still got people that use drugs and still drinking, very religious and spiritual. Was she that type of person that pray or read a Bible or something like it? Was she that type of person? If you could describe me.
No, she wasn't. She just attended his church. You know, she, like I said, my brother ended up become a member over there, you know, and I
Okay,
wasn't
now
aware of that. Go ahead.
question I want. Remember we talked about uh the pastor was giving you money, right, to give to your
Yes,
mom.
sir.
Okay, tell
Yes.
us about that. Tell the audience about that, because we did talk about that.
Remember when I said my mom used to see the vehicle pull up late,
Right.
you know, he used to be over there and she'll say such and such is over there. Go over there and go grab that for me. And I'm like, okay. So I go over there across the street, you know, and it could be it's more late night hours when I go
Right.
over there. Um, and he'll make his passes and he'll give money. And when I get the money from him, I have to take it home to my mom. And keep in mind, this is after he had sex with me. You know, I mean, I was a whole virgin. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so it's it's kind
Okay.
of. Go ahead, Martin.
Another question too. Have you, and I hate to say this, have you ever thought about committing suicide after stuff like this? Did it bother you mentally?
Yes,
You know.
yes. I think about it all the time, and sometimes to this day, I still think about it. But then I have to pray. Like I look at, like, okay, I have a family, I have a beautiful home, I have grandkids, and these are the ones that love me. So I have to live. But I just think about it a lot, a lot.
Wow. Wow. So this is, I mean, and another question: have you ever heard of this happening to somebody else? Maybe you didn't know him personally, but have you ever heard this happening?
I mean, I can't say, but I think there was other multiple girls that had cute shapes like I did and
Mhm.
attended church, and I used to see them going in and out the church as well as myself.
Wow. 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 Mm-mm-mm. And so, your mom was forcing you to keep it a secret, kind of like covering it up. And if I may use
Yes.
this word, so if I don't be offended when I say so, I'm thinking the way from what you're telling me, I'm thinking that your mom was probably like trying to sell you off to the pastor, right? That's what I'm
That's what
thinking.
I just said.
Sexual.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I
I
just
just
said.
wanted, I didn't
Yeah.
want to sound harsh or
Yeah.
nothing like that.
No, no, you're fine. No, you're
Okay,
fine.
okay.
No.
Let me know if I go overboard now. I'm
No,
trying to
you
stay
okay.
within, because I
Yeah.
know this video is gonna go around the world. It's gonna make a big noise. I'm quite sure that his leaders is going to see this. I mean his
Mm-hmm.
whatever organization. You know what I'm trying to say. Uh,
Yes.
okay. What would you want to say to his faith people that's over him, in that particular faith? What would you want to say to the leaders? What would you want to say?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I hope they not condoning to what he's doing like some of the other deacons was doing as well, knew what he was doing. But I don't know. I just they knew what he was doing. That's all I can say. They knew what he was doing. And same situation. I hope they're not doing same thing he was doing, because there was a fear of him inside that church was like the young girls as well too. I'm a witness to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want them to know he's not a godly person. He's a pervert. You know what I'm saying?
He's a
He
predator.
tackles.
A predator.
Yes,
That's the
he
best word
he
we use.
he
Thank
um
you, Predator.
he attacked younger girls. He liked younger girls. This is what he go after. I was young, so why would you look at me? You could have talked to my mom or anybody else, not me. I'm a baby still. But obvious you like young girls. So if it happened to me, like I say again, it happened to other people as well, probably his daughters too, you
Right.
know?
Right. And I know we said this earlier in the video. For those just tuning in, uh, she is a decent person. She's 43 years old. She's a married woman. She has a professional career. So she's not out here on the street sleeping with this one and that one and that one. I'm just letting everybody
Mm-mm.
know. So she's not that type of party, and she don't dress loose. So, I'm just letting people, I just want to let my audience know. because, you know, you have some of
Mm-hmm.
those people. Well, why did you wait so long to talk about it? You know what I'm saying? So let me
I
ask you
was
a question.
scared.
You were
Go
scared.
ahead.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
was
you're
scared.
43 now. So that's like 30
Yes.
some years. Okay. That's
Yes.
okay. And the number one thing was your mother really kept you in check for not really saying it, for your mother to say,
Mm-hmm.
do you, are
Yeah, I
you,
had family members that checked, kind of talked to her about it, but she just said that I was lying. Then she talked to me, and my mom had that look, like she gave you that eye look, like, that eye look scare you, you know what I'm saying? So I was kind of scared. That's all I know was my mom,
yeah.
nothing else,
So your mom is
So
deceased, right? She's deceased.
yes,
Just
yes,
when did she
yes.
die?
February 2014.
Okay. Another question. We didn't talk about this. Do you are you in contact with your father? Do you know who he is, or you know?
No, my father is dead as well too. My
Oh, okay.
father's from Chicago. Yeah. So he's
Oh,
been dead from since I was like 4 years old.
oh, okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Now let me just say something. Just hold your thought. Uh,
Okay.
Normally, how sexual predators work, and I'm not calling this person a sexual predator. Actually, the one that did this to her. I wasn't there. I didn't see it, but this is what she's saying. Uh, they prey on single mothers. They prey on mothers that's addicted. They prey on divorced women that's divorced. You know, they prey on things like that. And what I want to say is, and I said in my post, if you want your daughter or son to talk to the pastor for counseling, I am not against counseling, but make sure you sit in on the counseling so we can avoid things like this that happen. Because even if you don't say anything, I'm like this: a pastor, a minister, evangelist, I don't care who they are, if they want to counsel my underage children or kids, I am going to be present, even if I don't say anything. I'm just going to be sitting right there because I need to know what's going on. God has given me those children to me, and it's my duty to protect them from any predator, from anybody. That's what all I had to say. Go ahead, sis. If you want to say anything else to come to your mind?
Not at this moment, Martin.
Okay.
I'm already getting emotional, so I'm just
Okay.
trying
That's
to be
okay. That's
strong for
okay.
this situation.
Right.
Yeah.
I
So
appreciate you.
yeah.
Thank you. And I want to ask you a question. I want to put it on the
Go
record.
ahead, Martin.
Did I reach out to you or did you reach out to me?
I actually reach out to you because I follow you on
Okay.
Facebook from all your posts and things. And I was at work one night about 5 o'clock in the morning. You came across my mind, and I said, I'm going to inbox this guy. And
Mhm.
so that's what I actually did. So I came to you. You never came to me. I came to you.
Okay. Okay.
And I really appreciate you helping me with this situation.
Okay. I appreciate you just believing in me, bringing it out here and things like that. And we both agreed not to mention the past name, but we did say the street. And he is from the west side of Chicago, and he's still currently pastoring right now. That's all
Oh,
we're going
yeah.
to say.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that's all we say. Because I know probably some of his members is probably on here watching this, you know,
Yeah,
and
they probably want to know.
right.
They probably want to know, and I'm not going to say who he is.
Right. And I want to say this too. You're going to get a lot of you're going to get a lot of friend requests. You're going to get a lot of inboxes. Some's going to be good. Some of them's going to be bad. So that comes with the territory when you go things like, when you do things like that. Some people actually want to reach out to you and help you. So, I mean, continue, like you said, you're seeking out counseling. That's going to help you. Also, we do have prayer warriors on here that I'm going to ask them to pray for you and your family and your condition as well, because I still believe in prayer. And you said you talked about prayer. I believe in prayer,
Yes.
but I don't believe in a type of prayer where you pray and don't do nothing. I believe in the prayer, and when you pray and you get up and do something about it. So that's what you're doing. You made the first step. You came public with it, Then
Yes.
you finna do some counseling, and you finna do some more research on get your
Yes.
paperwork, get your paper trail going on, because
Yes.
you're going up against a powerful entity, if I may say this. And sometimes pastors, they have a great influence, whether it be good or
Yes.
bad. And a lot of people, they'll kill about their pastor, they'll die for their pastor, and even they can see him dead wrong. You know, so they look at their pastor as God. And I want to say to you, sister, I don't want to, this video is not to make the church look bad. This video is to get rid of the corrupt people, the wrongdoing people. That's all it is.
Right.
Every pastor is not a predator, I must admit.
That's right.
And I'm going to say that, I'm going on the record. But those of you, and you know who you are, the Bible says some men's sins is open beforehand before the judgment. And when you in a leadership position of authority, you're responsible for souls. You can say one thing and cause a soul to go to hell, or you can say the right thing and cause the soul to go to heaven. For those that believe in heaven and hell, some of us don't believe in that, but I believe in heaven and hell. But this sister is hurting, and I believe in my heart that she needs reparations. You know what I'm saying? She definitely needs it. She definitely needs it. She shouldn't have to come out of her pocket, have to pay for counseling. She shouldn't have to do that. She shouldn't have to do that. She suffered. She suffered long enough. And Pastor, you owe her apology and a lot more. And you need to repent and step down out of your position. It's probably about time for you to retire anyway. That's what it is. I'm going to say this. It's about time for you to retire. If you did them things as she said you did them, and I believe her. I believe. Now, I could be wrong. One thing about
I got proof of it all. I have proof.
Okay. All right. Y'all hear that? You know, anything else, sister? And we can end this interview. You know, anything else? My partner, Vera, she's going to come in. And also, I want to say something, too. I have a friend. She's an evangelist. Her husband is a pastor here in the city of Chicago. And I know them personally. And she is well. She's a counselor. She's educated. And I'm going to give her your information so she can reach out to you. She's a woman.
Okay, that's fine.
You know, and I know she's a woman, and she's a woman of God, and she know about everyday life. So don't be afraid to talk to her. She know about the streets, and she know about all this. So you know, she's down to earth, what I mean humble, where you can talk to her, she can relate to you. You know, because you know you have certain people, they so high that you can't talk to them. Everything is God, 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 God.
Right.
But hold on, we got to trust God down here first.
Right.
Know? So I'm going to have her to reach out to you, and she'll let you know who I am. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give her your number. That's how I do that. So you don't have to worry about her inboxing, because you're going to get so many inboxes after this. So, you know, be careful who you talk to and what you say. I'm
not replying unless it's someone that you refer to me. I'm not replying.
Okay. Is your heart clear right now? Is anything that you think you could say?
Yes.
It's clear?
There's nothing right now that I need to say right at the moment, but yeah, I'm clear.
Okay.
I just want to get it out there. Right. Go ahead, Martin.
I want to thank you for coming on. For those that, please say a prayer for her, that she gets strength, the proper counseling and everything. Thank you so much, April. I appreciate you for coming on.
You're welcome.
You got my number. You know, if you need me, I'm there for you. And by the way, Martin, she's not in Chicago, people, so don't worry about it. I want to throw that out there. She's been long gone. All right. Okay. God bless you. God bless you, April. All right. Bye-bye.
You too. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye. All right, people. Where's my partner, Vera? She wanted to come on afterwards. My partner, Missing, come home. I wanted her to come on and say a few words to close us out and all that. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. I tried to take my time and, you know, probe her with the right questions and things like that. And people, this stuff is real. And I'm not trying to turn everybody against the church. You know, I'm not, that's not my point is to get rid of the corruption, especially in the leadership, you know, in the leadership. Is my partner on here, Vera? Where are you, Vera? I was trying to wait for you to come on. Yeah, and it's wrong when pastors hurt their members and things like that, take advantage of people. Yeah. So I thank you guys. Oh, she said she's not coming on right now? Vera said she's not coming on right now. Okay. All right. So I guess all hearts are clear. Make sure y'all pray for April. Pray for April, because she needs it. She needs it. And People, don't inbox me for the church, for the pastor name or the church. I know both of them. My mouth is closed, and we both agreed that we wasn't gonna say it over the air, over the live. Wow. All right. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all know this is live, unedited, uncut, just like it is. This is part one. Part two is coming soon. God bless y'all. Peace out.